Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of BLACKPINK's new album Deadline, and especially their song Go. So without anything else to say, let's get started. About the song itself, I honestly don't really know what to think. The chorus is clearly the highlight of the track. It's the part they want to stand out the most, that super loud and heavy instrumental, and personally I'm not a fan. I feel like it kind of drills into my brain in a not so pleasant way. It just doesn't match the vibe of the song for me. It's a very empty and kind of random chorus. You either love it or you don't. And I think it's a risky move from BLACKPINK's team to bet everything on that specific sound when a lot of people might not like it. To add something positive, the bridge is actually really good. Jennie and Rose's voices are perfect for songs like this, and Jennie's melody in that part reminded me of Start a War from her solo work. So I really liked that detail. About the lyrics, I feel like they're generic. I wasn't expecting a super deep or reflective song or anything, but there are definitely some very cliché lines. I feel like the song is more or less fine until the chorus hits. And then the bridge really elevates it a lot. Overall I would give it a 6 because I genuinely think it could have been done better. The song still follows BLACKPINK's signature sound, but at least it tries to switch it up a bit. The part that also doesn't fully convince me is the rap. Go, no slow jams, pumping through the speakers when I do my go-go dance. Oh nah, I go when I wanna go, I'm so gone. Did this song really need a rap like that? I don't think it fits naturally, and it feels like they added it because rapping is what Lisa and Jennie are known for, but they've already delivered strong vocals before, so why force it in here? I don't know if you noticed, but Jisoo is the only one I haven't really talked about because honestly I barely saw her. She has very few lines in the song, and in the album overall, and even after watching the music video I couldn't clearly remember any specific Jisoo scene. I think that might be because all the other members have very dynamic and memorable scenes where they move a lot and interact with striking elements. And Jisoo is mostly just looking at the camera. She's serving face and she's absolutely gorgeous, but in the music video there's so much going on that the calmer shots where nothing really happens just don't stand out as much. Talking about the music video, the vibe is nice but there's way too much AI. We already saw that with Jump. At least this time it doesn't look as cheap as it did in the other one, but it still does a bunch of things that just don't make sense. It repeats itself and it's not visually pleasing. How many times did I have to see that porcelain face effect? With the amount of money they have, they could definitely do something better. Leaving that aside, the video does have some pretty shots, and I like that you can actually see the girls, that each of them gets her own set, her own little moment to shine, and like I said, the overall vibe is really good, especially the scenes with the four of them together. Those are super aesthetic. I don't like that they didn't show any of the choreography, but honestly with everything going on, who even knows if there is choreography, or if they've even learned one, who knows at this point. I'm not going to talk too much about Jump because there's already a whole video about it. To sum it up, I think it's a bad song overall, generic, with a bad music video and a weak choreography. For me it's the worst BLACKPINK song to date. Ain't playing, just me and my girls, ay, dropping it, popping it. I actually like the beat of this song. It's very pretty savage coded, but neither the lyrics nor the melody fully land for me. Starting with the melody, it feels very repetitive. It opens with the chorus, and then repeats it 3 more times. On top of that, almost everything Lisa does is the same section repeated 4 times and sung by the same person, and it already feels repetitive on its own. Then there's the lyrics. There are so many parts where it sounds like they're just singing whatever to fill space. Take over like she was born to. La 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 la, buy another ball. There are too many rhythm switches, and it feels like they wrote the lyrics first, then made the instrumental, tried to glue them together, and it didn't match. And instead of adjusting it properly they just changed the tone of the vocals to force it to fit, not even mentioning the amount of lines that genuinely make you raise an eyebrow. Hey, hide your man, we ain't playing. Pretty privilege, pop
off shit. You know that's my girl when I call her. That's a compliment.
You can't really call this empowerment when all the lyricists and producers behind the song are men. And one of those producers is Dr. Luke. And in case anyone doesn't know what he did, I'll leave a Twitter thread in the description that explains everything. It's actually a thread calling out Katy Perry because he worked on her album, but somehow with Blackpink it's not making as much noise, and I don't really get why. The song is trash. It doesn't help to push a so-called empowering message with misogynistic lyrics written by men and produced by Dr. Luke. That's just the truth. This song sounds like a bunch of other songs and somehow it's still bad. I'm listening to the album while writing my opinions and honestly I'm starting to lose faith. Are you seriously telling me that the biggest girl group in the world has to put this out? It feels almost insulting. I'm trying to give an actual opinion, but I genuinely don't know what else to say other than it's bad, it's empty, there's zero emotion. They repeat the chorus like 1,500 times, yes thanks I got it the first time. And I've heard the whole if you fall you get back up line, which doesn't even fully match with the later line about eating losers for dinner. But at this point we're not even expecting the lyrics to make sense, we've let way too much slide already. The Blackpink chant is the same as in Go. But at least there it didn't make me cringe listening to it. I can't say the same for Champion. I honestly think it's worse than Jump, it's awful. I could barely finish it. I guess it has a positive message if I try to say something nice, and I've seen that some fans actually liked it.
Guess karma's up. How's it feel now I'm the boy?
Very tally and happiest girl coded, but why is there a rap forced in there again? I think it's actually a pretty decent song with old Blackpink vibes, all the usual cliches in the lyrics, but at least we get to hear their vocals properly, and you can actually hear Jisoo here. With the lyrics it feels like it was written by a teenager, but they're grown women now so it sounds a bit off. The bridge is really good except for when they go back into repeating the chorus again.
That serious heartbreak built experience, it's evident that.
That's something I've noticed throughout the album, they repeat the choruses way too much. I don't know if it's to fill time or what. It sounds very Rose and Jisoo coded, which I like. It's not the type of song I would personally play all the time, but I can say it's not bad. Giving an overall review, I think this album is bad. I don't even want to rate the songs individually because it genuinely makes me feel bad. I like Blackpink. They're always in my top 10 most listened to K-pop groups every single month, but this doesn't feel like Blackpink anymore. This feels like let's see how much money we can make while doing the bare minimum. And I get that there are people who might enjoy it because they're not straying too far from the formula they've always followed, but to me it feels like I'm being spat in the face, and somehow I'm the one who has to apologize for not loving it. The songs have no real identity, no personality. And I even feel guilty saying such harsh things because they truly are a good group. But at this point, wouldn't it be better to disband than to keep releasing songs that only end up hurting your own discography? That's a genuine question. To finish off, this is my final ranking after listening to the songs a bit more.
We outside every night, just me and my girls. Ay, way too fine every time, just me and my girls.
And this has been all. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. It would help me a lot. See ya.